We're going to do number 6 here, folks. So, a plane flies from the base camp to a lake, A, 280 kilometers away in the direction of 20 degrees north of east. After dropping off supplies, it flies to Lake B, which is 190 kilometers at 30 degrees west of north from Lake A. Graphically determine the distance and direction from Lake B to the base camp. And I got to be honest for you, I'm not really that familiar with the whole north or west, east or west, or that kind of thing. But I do have a little cheat sheet for me to be able to determine what those are. So, and I encourage you guys to write those down too, because, yeah. So that's the first step, is to figure out what west of north is. Anyways, so once we got that out of the way, a plane flies from base camp to Lake A. So we're going to define the origin as the base camp. And I know this is a pretty straightforward problem. So this is going to be the base camp. And we're going to fly 280 kilometers in the direction of north of east. So I believe, starting from here, this would be 280 kilometers. And this is going to be 20 degrees right here. So 20 degrees north of east. So that's going to be 280 kilometers. And after dropping off the supplies, so that's Lake A right there. So after she drops he drops the supplies, he or she, it doesn't matter, it flies to Lake B, which is 30 degrees west of north. And I think I effed up. I think this was 20 degrees. Oh my god, I just got that mixed up. Alright, I'm not really that embarrassed though, because that is confusingness. Fuck. Anyway, so, which is, okay, so this is 20 degrees north of east. It's not here, it's actually right there. So, and after dropping off the supplies, it flies to Lake B, which is 190 meters west of north. So, west of north, so I think it's like this, 30 degrees. I know I'm a little exaggerating here, but 30 degrees west of north. Somewhere right there. And since this is the base camp right here, so this is the base camp, the question is asking, graphically determine the distance and direction from Lake B to the base camp. So this is what we define to be Lake B. All right, and this is 190 kilometers. All right, let's get started, folks. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I want to determine this endpoint position right there. So that final result of the vector is where I'm going to do. And I'm going to take the magnitude of that vector, and I'm going to find the position. So let's do that. So let's take 280 kilometers. So let's draw this vector right here, 280 kilometers. And let's just look at the horizontal component. So 20 degrees of 280 kilometers, which I'm going to just write down here. And then it's going to travel here to some distance here. So we're going to take the difference between 280 kilometers and 190 kilometers. So we're going to take the difference between those two components. So the vector is going to be x being, I'm going to define this to be x and y. Normally I don't call it that, but I will in this case. It's going to be 280 kilometers cosine of 20 degrees. So that's right here. And we're going to minus it. And I'm going to take 60 degrees, or you could take sine of 30 degrees. It doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to take 190 kilometers sine of 30 degrees. If you're wondering why I'm putting sine, that's because sine is the opposite over the hypotenuse. Don't be a dumbass, folks. Cosine does not always mean x. Keep that in mind. Don't be an idiot. So from here, I know it's not traditional for me to say that on YouTube, but I really don't care anyway. So this is going to be 280 kilometers sine of 20 degrees. And then we're going to take the adjacent part, minus 100. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, I think I have coronavirus or something. Anyways, so this is going to be 190 kilometers. Oh my god, I'm sick. Okay. Cosine of 30 degrees. Holy shit. Okay. So there you go, folks. So once you get those components, let's put them in the calculator. I like to put it all in one go. Apparently I drew the graph wrong, but that's okay. So x here is going to be, once you solve for x, (168.11 kilometers). And for y, once you solve for that, so y here specifically is going to be, oh my god, what do I have my calculator here? 260.31 kilometers. There's your x and y, folks. Here we are. So the vector distance is going to be 168.11 kilometers and 260.31 kilometers. So this is the vector. So apparently I did draw it a bit wrong. So the whole overall displacement is from right there. So it's going to drive 30 degrees. So I think it's going to look something like this. I don't really know. So this is going to be the 280 kilometers. I'm kind of fixing the drawing a little bit, and this is 30 degrees. I know it's not to scale. It's never to scale, but whatever. Screw it. So it's going to look something like this. But actually, this is a little more vertically. In fact, let me fix it. So this is the base camp. This is Lake A. This is Lake B. And the overall position, displacement, is going to be that. And we're going to do the Pythagorean theorem. We're going to take the magnitude between those two things. So we're going to take the square root of that square plus that thing square. And the position, and I think I got the wrong answer here. Or maybe not. Oh, what the fuck? Let me see. Yeah, I did put in the calculator wrong. God damn it. Alright, that square. Luckily I have my answers here to check my own work. There you go. 310. So the magnitude of this vector is going to be 310 or 309, as I like to call it, 309.88 kilometers. And this angle from here, what we're going to find is we're going to take the tan inverse of 260, which is the output, divided by the 168, and that's going to be 57.14 degrees. I hope this helps. All right, folks. I know this was not really a great of a video, but I really don't know how to cover this topic that well. So, but maybe I should plan this out a little more. But anyways, I hope you guys, I hope this helps you in your school.